Welcome back to It's a Long Way Through. Today we're going to talk about is bigger better? And I'm talking about our home now. So this has been something that's been on my mind for a while. And growing up in the 70s and 80s, certainly our home, but the majority of my friends, homes back then were generally anywhere between 1,000 and maybe 1,400 square feet, maybe 18 on average, okay, square feet of living space. A big home would be something like 2,000 to 2,500 square feet. Those might be a big old farmhouse or a colonial or something like that. Nowadays, as we all know, homes, depending where you live, have gotten huge. An average home, it seems like brand new homes are 3,000 square feet and bigger, much bigger. And it seems to be the norm. And that's okay if you can afford it. If it makes you happy and you can afford it, hey, all the more power to you. But it's my belief that a lot of people can't afford it. And of course, we're in a housing crisis right now in this country. And there's many reasons why we are. But one of them is because the homes are so large and people are priced out of it. But I'll digress. Let me get to my point here. So a lot of you probably don't know this, but I've been for a year now, just about a year now, separated, divorced from my wife, my ex-wife. And we sold our house and we've gone our own ways and that's that. But the point is where I'm going with this. I made the choice. Well, let me back up. My ex-wife and myself decided a long time ago, right when we got together after we sold the first house that I bought and we got married and we bought this next house together. We weren't going to live for our house. We wanted to enjoy life and not have to have a mortgage that was so large that we wouldn't be able to do other things in life. And that worked out really well for us because neither one of us, by any means, were rich. We made a good living together and raised our daughter as well, and it all worked out. We always had food on the table. We always had decent cars, and more importantly, we were able to do things with the girls and go places and do things. And the main reason for that was because we weren't living in a 3,000, 5,000 square foot home. It was a very average ranch, and our mortgage payment reflected a really nice payment where we could afford to go and do things and have a decent vehicle and all those things. And as the years went, in this home that we were there raising our daughters, as the 20 years went by, we saw homes, start doubling in size, then tripling in size, and young families buying these 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, in some cases 5,000 square foot homes, and their mortgage payments being, thousands and thousands of dollars on, never mind the taxes. So it was quite interesting for us to see this. And when we sold our home, this home we were in, it became very clear to me that, you know what, this is crazy. I can't. I was spoiled. I don't want to go. Both of us have the means to go buy a home. Now, whether or not she has or not, that's her business, and I'm not bringing it up here. But I'll talk about me. We both had the means to buy a home if we chose to. However, I don't need a 3,000, I don't even need a 2,000 square foot home. And I definitely don't want it for what the price of homes are now. And this is kind of where I'm going to go with this. So I made the choice last year when this all went down. I'm living in my 30-foot travel trailer, which is it's a brand new travel. It's only 2 or 3 years old, and it's in beautiful shape. I'm fortunate to have a site that I can live year round. It's got all the amenities I need, and I own my own business, and I have storage at my business, and it's worked out tremendous for me for a lot of different reasons. in the sense that it's out in the woods, and I like to be out in the woods. But the home itself, my travel trailer, it's somewhere between 250 300 square foot living space. But being just me, it's like a small home. It's great. It's got everything I need. It's easy to keep clean. It's easy to keep organized. I have the bare essentials in here, and I've got place for storage. But more importantly, my overhead is dramatically lower than most people. And I can do things that I want to do. I can go places that I want to go, and I'm not stressed out about a $3,000 mortgage. Never mind the property taxes. And I think I know we've got to take a deep. We've got to teach young people. Have got to take a deep breath, and even some older people, I think. And really crunch numbers and look. I think when you're young, especially, you're not looking 20, 30 years out. And I think that, that's normal. But we've got to teach this kind of stuff in school. And I think as parents and grandparents, we need to talk to our kids about this kind of thing. And because life is short. I guess where I'm kind of going with this whole thing, besides the fact that it's expensive to live in a big home. Life is short, and it gets shorter as we get older. And I know I sound like a broken record because everybody says it, but it's true. And being a guy in my late 50s now, I recognize it so much more now, and I appreciate that I can do the majority of the things I want to do in life, and I have the means to do it. And I've got a very tiny little home. It's and it's nice and clean and neat, and it's heated and AC, and I got everything that I need, and that's all I need. And I have the ability to go travel if I want to, all kinds of recreational things that I like to do, and I don't stress about it. And this is important. There's so many things nowadays for us that we can get stressed out about. And I really, truly believe our home shouldn't be one of them because we spend so much time in our home. And I hope this video gets out to a few people and makes them think maybe twice before doing something that maybe they don't have to do. We shouldn't live in a home that's a status symbol. And I'm not saying everybody does that. And I'm just saying sometimes I think we get caught up in trying to keep up with the Jones, if you would, and whether it's the Jones or the Smiths, and have that house just like everybody else. Hey, look at the big picture. Think about all the things that you can do with that extra money. Never mind putting some of it in retirement, but traveling, doing things, just going out to dinner with loved ones and your family, spending a weekend away, those type of things. Life is short. You need to enjoy it. Hey, that's enough for me today. It was just on my mind. I appreciate, as always, you stopping in, listen to my rants. Take care. We'll see you next time.